हॅलो फ्रेंड्स, हाऊ आर यू? मजेत ना? असायलाच पाहिजे. Myself, Mr. Narendra Jangle from Gokhale Education Societies, R.M. Bhatt High School, Parel. Welcome students. Today we are going to study 9th standard geometry's 3rd chapter, triangles. In previous videos we studied that practice set 3.1, 3.2 and 3.3. Now next practice set is 3.4, but before that practice set 3.4 some theorems are there. So let us study that theorems. 3.4 solve करने से पहले some theorems, कुछ theorems हम लोग को study करना है. Which theorems? First one is, कौन कौन सा theorem है देखो, perpendicular bisector theorem. Small theorems are there. Perpendicular bisector theorem. Second theorem दूसरा कौन सा है देखो, second part of the perpendicular bisector theorem, because perpendicular bisector theorem is divided into two parts. Angle bisector theorem, two parts. Property of inequalities of sides and angles of a triangle, and the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 theorems are there. So before studying that practice set 3.4, we have to study that 5 theorems. 5 theorems है वो हम लोग को study करना है, and using that 5 theorems, वो 5 theorem हम लोग को use करके वो practice set solve करना है. So let us see the first theorem. पहला theorem क्या है उसमें देखो. The first theorem is a perpendicular bisector theorem. Now perpendicular bisector theorem, perpendicular bisector का मतलब क्या है ये पहले समझो. If we draw any segment, then the line which divides the segment into two equal part and perpendicular to that segment, that is called perpendicular bisector. Here first theorem is perpendicular bisector theorem. Here segment AB is given and line L is the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. That means that line AB divides this segment AB into two equal part, AM equals MB, and it is perpendicular. That's why it is called perpendicular. Means intersect at 90 degree, 90 degree में intersect करता है और divide करता है दो equal part में. That's why it is called perpendicular bisect. Bisect का मतलब क्या है? Bisect means दो equal part में divide करना, to divide into two equal parts. So here this is the perpendicular bisector. So the perpendicular bisector theorem, there are two parts. Part 1, so I am not writing the statements, you can see the statements from the book. What is the statement? If we take any point on this line L is called perpendicular bisector of this segment AB. So what is the first part? Every point on the perpendicular bisector. That means if we take any point P on line L, means on the perpendicular bisector, then what we have to prove? That the point is equidistant, means at equal distance from A and B. So here if we take P is a point on this perpendicular bisector, then what we have to prove? This PA is equal to PB, means it is equidistant from the endpoints of the segment. A and B are the endpoints of the segment. Now P is a point on the perpendicular bisector, then what we have to prove? It is at a equal distance, यानी same distance पे है. कहाँ पे? कहाँ से? From the end point of that segment. So here the statement is every point means we consider one point P. Every point on the perpendicular bisector is equidistant from the endpoints of the segment. So what is given? So first we have to write given. So what is given? line L is perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Line L is the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Then what do we have to prove? And P is any point on line L. लाइन L पे P एक पॉइंट हम लोगों ने लिया है. So this is our given. Then what we have to prove? To prove that the point P is at equal distance from A and B. A and B are the end points. So what do we have to prove? PA equals PB. PA equals PB. That we have to prove here. How to prove this PA equals PB? So first here join that PA and PB. So draw segment. What is our proof? In a proof we have already joined that. So here in proof we have to write join segment PA and segment PB. Now if you observe the figure, we get two triangles. This is first one and this is PMA and triangle PMB. ये दोनों ट्राइंगल हम लोगों ने कंसिडर किया. This is the common side. PM segment PM congruent segment PM. This is the region common side. Second, angle PMA is congruent to angle PMB, each 90 because perpendicular bisector, each 90. And third one, segment AM congruent segment BM, that is given because perpendicular bisector. Bisect means divide into two equal parts, and therefore these two triangles, triangle PMA congruent triangle PMB, by which test? SAS test. By SAS these two triangles becomes congruent. And you know, when two triangles becomes congruent, their corresponding sides are also congruent, and therefore segment PA congruent segment PB, corresponding sides of congruent triangles, and therefore what we can write? PA equals PB is proved. So in this way we can prove this PA equals PB. So this is the first part of that perpendicular bisector theorem. Now let us see the part 2. Any point. What is the statement of that part 2? Any point equidistant from the endpoints of the segment lies on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. So here P is a point which is equidistant from the endpoints of segment AB, means A and B, means here PA equals PB is given. Then what we have to prove? This line L is the perpendicular bisector of that segment AB. So write given. So what is given? P is any point P is any point such that PA equals PB. Then second thing, to prove, what we have to prove? We have to prove this point P is on the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB. P is on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Now here construction is there. M is the midpoint of that AB. Take M as a midpoint. So here construction take midpoint M, take M as midpoint and draw line PM. That means now we have to prove this line PM, it is a midpoint. So it is perpendicular, then it is perpendicular bisector. So we have to prove that PM is perpendicular to AB. अगर ये हम prove कर सकते हैं, then it becomes perpendicular bisector. Now proof. Here we use congruence of triangle. So I told you that congruence of triangle is very important in geometry. So remember all the tests of congruence. Consider again two triangles. Triangle PAM, PBM. In triangle PAM and triangle PBM. In triangle PAM, PBM. This is the common side. So by which test these triangles are congruent? Here we get segment PM congruent segment PM. This is the reason is common side. Reason is common side. Then segment PA congruent segment PB. This is given because P is equidistant from the endpoints, and segment AM congruent segment BM. This is our construction. Therefore, these triangles are congruent by which test? SSS. Three sides are congruent. Therefore, triangle PAM is congruent to triangle PBM by SAS test. You know, when two triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles means angle PMA and PMB. Therefore, angle PMA is congruent to angle PMB. Reason is corresponding angle of congruent triangles. But remember, this PMA and PMB forms a linear pair. But angle PMA plus angle PMB is equal to 180 degree. Reason is angles in linear pair. This is a linear pair. Now instead of PMA we can substitute PMB. So angle PMA plus angle PMA is equal to 180 degree. That means 2 angle PMA is equal to 180 degree. Means angle PMA is equal to 90 degree. That means PM perpendicular segment or line PM segment PM perpendicular segment AB. Now according to our construction, this line PM means segment PM is passing through the midpoint and it is perpendicular. Therefore, this line PM is perpendicular bisector of segment AB. So in this way we can prove this two parts of the perpendicular bisector theorem. So this is the perpendicular bisector theorem. So this is the first theorem. Now let us see that second theorem is angle bisector theorem. Angle bisector means a ray, here ray QA divides this angle PQR into two equal angles, that is called angle bisector. Now what is that theorem? There are again two parts of that theorem. Part 1 is, this is the part 1, every point on the angle bisector, यहाँ पे अगर कोई भी point हम लोग लेते हैं, that point is equidistant from the sides at a equal distance of sides. Sides से distance मतलब क्या? Perpendicular distance. AC is the distance of that point A from side QR and AB perpendicular PQ मतलब क्या है कि A का distance, the distance of point A from PQ is AB. तो हम लोग को क्या प्रूव करना है? A is any point on the angle bisector, then that AB equals AC. That we have to prove. That point is equidistant from the sides of the angle. So here given is, so is it clear? Part 1, any point, here angle bisector is given. What is given? Ray QS, here ray QS is bisector of angle PQR. It is the bisector of angle PQR. Point A is any point. Point A is any point on ray QS. On ray QS. Ray QS means on the angle bisector. Then what we have to prove? That segment AB is perpendicular to this ray QP means side QP, and AC is perpendicular to ray QR. Means these are the perpendiculars drawn on the sides. Now what we have to prove? Then we have to prove this segment AB is congruent segment AC. Segment AB is congruent to segment AC, that we have to prove here. Now again consider two triangles, triangle QAB and triangle QAC. Proof. In triangle QAB and triangle QAC. Now here two triangles are given. This is one of the side angle adjacent to that side and angle opposite to that side. So we have one test, SAA or AAS, side angle test. In 8th standard we studied that test. So here in triangles, segment QA is congruent to segment QA. This is the common side. Write the reason for each step. Common side. Second thing, angle AQB is congruent to angle AQC. Here given because bisector. This QA is the bisector of this one, therefore these two angles are congruent. This angle and this angle are congruent. Now next one, angle QBA is congruent to angle QCA, each 90. Both are the perpendicular. Therefore triangle QAB is congruent to triangle QAC by which test? SAA test. Remember this test. This is not given in your textbook, but we studied in 8th standard. Side angle test. Therefore, when two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides AB and AC are congruent. Therefore, segment AB is congruent to segment AC because these two triangles are congruent and these are the corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So in this way, we can prove this angle bisector theorem. Here, in textbook, the proof is not given. We have to write that proof. Part 2 of that theorem, a point is there now, which is equidistant from the sides. A is equidistant, means AB equals AC is given. Then what we have to prove? That QA is the bisector of angle, means that point lies on the bisector. Any point equidistant यानी equal distance पे जो कोई point है in the interior of that angle, then it must be on the bisector of that angle. So any point equidistant from the sides of the angle is on the bisector of the angle. So what is given here in second part? A is a point in the interior of angle PQR. Here angle PQR is given. So given A is any point in the interior of angle PQR. This is the first thing. Second thing, what is given? PA equals PB. Segment AB perpendicular ray QP and segment AC perpendicular ray QR. Ray QR such that this AB equals AC. These two segments are congruent. AB and AC are congruent. Then what we have to prove? To prove that ray QA is the bisector of ray QA is bisector of angle PQR. Now bisector of angle PQR means, in short, what we have to prove? Angle AQB is congruent to angle AQC. ये हम लोग को प्रूव करना है. That means bisector. These two angles are equal in measure. So in this way, we have to write the proof here. Again, consider the two triangles same. QAB, QAC. So in triangle QAB and triangle QAC, these are right angle triangles now. Angle QBA is congruent to angle QCA. Each 90 means both are right angle triangle. Right angle triangle के लिए एक टेस्ट दिया है हमारे पास. Segment means hypotenuse. This is QA is congruent to segment QA. This is the hypotenuse. This is common side. Then segment AB congruent segment AC, that is given. So hypotenuse and side are congruent in right angle triangle. Then by which test? Therefore triangle QAB congruent triangle QAC by which test? Hypotenuse side test. Hypotenuse side test. So by hypotenuse side test, these two triangles becomes congruent. Therefore their corresponding angles are congruent. Therefore angle AQB is congruent to angle AQC. Reason is corresponding angle of congruent triangle. And if these two angles are congruent, ये दोनों angle अगर congruent हो गया, then QA is the. Therefore ray QA is bisector of angle PQR. So in this way we can prove the second part of that angle bisector theorem. So first theorem we studied perpendicular bisector theorem. Second theorem is angle bisector theorem. This proof is also not given in your textbook. We have to write that proof. Now let us see the next theorem, third one, property of inequality of sides of a triangle. Property of inequality of sides of a triangle. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, means not equal, that means it is a scalene triangle in short. If two sides are not equal, it becomes scalene triangle, means all three sides are different length. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, then the angle opposite to greater side is greater. जो बड़ा साइड है उसके सामने वाला एंगल भी बड़ा रहेगा एंड द एंगल अपोजिट टू स्मॉलर साइड इज स्मॉलर. जो एंगल छोटे साइड के सामने रहेगा वो छोटा रहेगा, बड़े साइड के सामने रहेगा वो बड़ा रहेगा. दैट वी हैव टू प्रूव हियर. सो व्हाट इज गिवन? गिवन triangle XYZ. Here what is given? One of the triangle is given in triangle XYZ. What is given? That XY is less than the XZ or side XZ is greater than side XY. कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, smaller है. So XZ is more than, means larger than the XY. Then what we have to prove? To prove angle opposite to greater side is greater. That means which angle is opposite to greater one? Here this is the angle XYZ which is opposite to greater side. Therefore what we have to prove? Angle XYZ is greater than angle XZY which is opposite to smaller side. ये हम लोग को यहाँ पे प्रूव करना है. कंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है. Construction. Here we have to take point P on side XZ such that this XY equals XP. This becomes isosceles triangle. So take point P on side XZ such that XY is equal to XP. XY and XP both are congruent, and then join that or draw that YP. So this triangle XYP is which type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. Here the proof is already given. Sometimes that proof is in the form of activity. So in triangle, first step, in triangle XYP, what is given? Side, this segment XY is congruent to segment XP. This is our construction. We can write the reason. Construction. Therefore this has become isosceles triangle, and in isosceles triangle these two angles becomes congruent, this one and this one. If two sides are congruent, then the angle opposite to them also congruent. Therefore angle XPY is equal to angle XYP. Here we use that theorem, isosceles triangle theorem. जो theorem हम लोगों ने यूज किया उसका रीजन वहां पे लिखा. This is our statement number 1. इसको हम लोगों ने statement number 1 दिया. Now if we observe the figure, this triangle XPZ is there. So this angle XPY is an exterior angle of this triangle. Exterior, ये side अगर increase किया तो ये angle मिला. That means it is exterior angle. So next step, this is the first point. Second step, angle XPY is an exterior angle. Is an exterior angle of triangle. Which triangle? YPZ or YZP. Triangle YZP. And you know the property of exterior angle. Exterior angle is greater than the remote interior angles, and therefore angle XPY is greater than angle PZY. Here we use property of exterior angle. This is the property of exterior angle. Exterior angle is always greater than the remote interior angle. Now this PZY, XPY is greater than, but XPY from 1, XPY is equal to XYP. Therefore from 1 what we can write? Angle XYP is greater than angle PZY. Here reason from 1, because both are congruent. Is it clear? XPY and XYP both are congruent by 1. Therefore from 1 instead of XPY substitute XYP. Now XYP means left hand side is greater than the right hand side. If we add something in left hand side, इसमें अगर हम लोग और ऐड करते हैं, suppose A is greater than B. अगर हम लोगों ने A में ऐड किया, A plus C is always greater than B. यानी 5 is greater than 3. अगर 5 में मैं अगर 2 ऐड करता है तो it is always greater than 3. So that we have to use the PYZ इसमें ऐड करना है. So angle XYP plus angle PYZ is greater than angle PZY. But this angle becomes from figure XYZ. Therefore angle XYZ is greater than PYZ means XZY. Angle XZY. So in this way we can prove the angle opposite to greater side is greater and angle opposite to smaller side is smaller. So this is the property of inequality of sides. Similarly, property of inequality of angles is also there. Now let us see one more theorem, which is property of inequality of angles. We see the theorem's sides. If two sides are unequal, then the angle opposite to greater side is greater and smaller side is smaller. Same thing. If two angles of a triangle are not equal, then the side opposite to greater angle is greater, smaller angle is smaller. So here what is given in triangle ABC? So what is the statement? Listen the statement first. It is given in the book and the theorem is given like an activity. We have to fill in the blanks. But I am writing the whole proof. So let us see. We have to complete the fill-ups only. If two angles of a triangle are unequal, यानी दो एंगल अगर अलग अलग है, not equal, then the side opposite to greater angle is greater and side opposite to smaller angle is smaller. That we have to see. This is the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, angle B is greater than angle C. This is given. Now what we have to prove? Side AC opposite to greater angle is greater than side AB. Now proof. There are only three possibilities regarding the length of side AB and side AC in triangle ABC. So there are three possibilities about that side AB and AC. The first possibility is AC is less than AB. The second possibility that we have to write that AC equals AB, and the third possibility is AC is greater than AB. So here we have to complete this fill-ups. Now let us see first possibility. अगर हम लोग first possibility लेते हैं, if AC is less than AB, that means AB is the greater side and AC is the smaller side. So according to that theorem, so here the angle opposite to greater side is greater and smaller side is smaller. That theorem we studied, we have to use that theorem. The angle opposite to greater side is greater. So according to that theorem, if AB is greater than AC. First condition देखो, AC less than AB मतलब क्या है? AB is greater than. So angle C, which angle C is greater than angle B. But what is given? Angle B greater than angle C. So this create contradiction. जो दिया है उससे उल्टा मतलब इसका निकलता है. यहाँ पे B ग्रेटर देन C दिया है और यहाँ पे क्या C ग्रेटर देन B हम लोग बोल रहे हैं, तो हम लोग but what is given? Angle B is greater than angle C. Therefore this create a contradiction. And therefore our assumption is wrong, and therefore this AC less than AB is wrong. मतलब ये possibility नहीं हो सकता है. This is not possible. Second condition, AC equals AB. If AC equals AB, then you know what? This becomes isosceles triangle. Therefore, triangle ABC is isosceles triangle. Therefore, by isosceles triangle theorem, angle B is equal to angle C. Theorem of isosceles triangle. Theorem of isosceles triangle. But what is given? Angle B is greater than angle C. Therefore, this also create contradiction. That means our assumption what? AC equals AB is wrong. That means this statement is also wrong. So only one possibility is there. Now this is not possible, this is not possible. वहां पे तीन ही possibility है. अगर पहला possible नहीं है, दूसरा नहीं है, तो तीसरा तो होना ही चाहिए ना. Therefore there is only one possibility. So what we can write? Therefore there is only one possibility. Which one? AC greater than AB. So in this way, this proof is called indirect proof. So indirectly we prove this one. So AC equals greater than AB is the only possibility, and that's why we can prove this AC greater than AB. In this way, this fourth theorem is completed. Now let us see this last theorem. The statement of that theorem is very important theorem. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. अगर हम लोग triangle ABC is the given triangle, any triangle, then what we have to prove? AB plus AC, sum of two sides is greater than third side, or AB plus BC, sum of these two sides is greater than AC, AC plus BC greater than AB. Now construction is there. Here we have to take point D on ray BA such that AD equals AC. Take point D on ray BA such that this AD equals AC. according to our construction, if we consider this triangle ACD, in triangle ACD, construction is AC equals AD, reason construction. Here AC equals AD, therefore this angle and this angle means angle ACD, therefore angle ACD equals angle ADC. Here reason is isosceles triangle theorem. ये रीजन हम लोगों ने दिया. नाउ दिस टू आर इक्वल. अगर मैं इसमें ऐड करता हूं ACB means ACD plus ACB, then it is always greater than the ADC. Therefore angle ACD plus angle ACB is greater than ADC because we add something to the left hand side. These two sides are equal. ये दोनों जो समझो पैन है, these are the pan of the balance, ये दोनों इक्वल है. अगर इसमें थोड़ा सा ऐड कर दिया तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, ज्यादा हो जाएगा. Same thing is here. ACD and ADC are equal angle. If we add ACB in this more, then it becomes greater. So this ACD plus it becomes BCD. This sum is angle BCD. ये दोनों का सम अगर हम लोग करते हैं तो angle BCD is greater than angle ADC. Now in triangle BCD, therefore in triangle BCD, this angle BCD is greater than angle BDC. ADC means angle BDC. So here we can write this one as angle BCD is greater than angle BDC. Change the name. ADC को क्या लिख सकते हैं हम लोग? BDC, same angle with different name. So in triangle BCD, by this property, the side opposite to greater angle is greater. So this angle is greater means side BD. BD is opposite to this one and BC is opposite to BD is greater than. So we get BD is greater than BC. But BD, how can we write? BA plus means AB plus AD. AB plus AD is equal to our BD, which is greater than BC. But according to our construction, that AD and AC are equal, so instead of this AD, substitute AC. So we get AB plus AC is greater than BC. So in this way, we can prove that theorem. And similarly, we can prove the remaining results. Similarly, directly likhna hai, similarly we can prove these two results. No need to prove that result. So here, these are the 5 theorems we studied. Now let us see practice set 3.4. First question is, point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ. If AX is equal to, what is given? Point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ, and what is given? That AX is equal to 2. Then find AZ. So how to write the solution? Point A is on the bisector of angle XYZ. Therefore, you know the theorem. Every point, I have to write that statement. Every point on angle bisector lies or is equidistant from sides of angle. So directly we write the reason angle bisector theorem or this one. So here expected, write the statement. Every point on the angle bisector is equidistant from the, therefore AX is equal to AZ. So according to that AX is equal to AZ, therefore AX is given 2 is equal to AZ, and therefore AZ is equal to 2. So in this way easily we can solve the sums from that practice set 3.4. This is the first. Now let us see that second sum. What is given? In figure, angle RST is 56 degree. Segment PT is perpendicular to AST, PR is perpendicular to, and segment PR congruent PT. This PR congruent PT. Find the measure of RSP. So let us see that second sum. Easy sum, एकदम easy. देखो यहाँ पे हम लोग उसको कंप्लीट करते हैं. Here this is the triangle TSR. Change the name directly here. TSR. I am not writing the proof of that one. I am explaining only. And here this is P. Now angle TSR or RST, this is given 56 degree. Angle RST is equal to 56 degree. This total angle is 56 degree. Now what is given? This PT is equal to PR. A point which is equidistant from the side of an angle lies on the bisector, and therefore what we can prove? This ray SP is the bisector of angle TSR or RST, and bisector, that means this each angle is half of the 56, means this is 28, this is 28. So in this way we can complete that second sum. So do that sum. Now let us see third sum. In third sum what is given? In triangle PQR, length of some sides are given. PQ is equal to 10, QR 12, and PR is 8. So which one is the largest side? QR, and smallest one is 8. Then find out the greatest and smallest angle of the triangle. You know the theorem. The angle opposite to greater side is greater. The angle opposite to greater side is greater, and smaller side is smaller. The angle opposite to greater is greater, and angle opposite to smaller is smaller. Now how to identify without drawing the diagram, without drawing the figure, how to identify which one is the opposite? This is the side QR. अगर side QR है तो तीसरा point कौन सा है? P. So angle P is opposite to this QR. So which one is the greater angle? Therefore QR here QR is greater than PQ is greater than PR, means QR is the greatest side. Therefore angle P opposite to is the greatest angle. Angle P is the greatest angle, and this PR is the smallest side. PR, तो third angle कौन सा बचा है? Third point Q. So angle Q is the smallest angle. Which theorem we use? That theorem is written here. the angle opposite to greater side is greater and smaller side is smaller. So here QR is the greatest side. Instead of this one we can write, अगर ये समझ में नहीं आता ऐसा तो अगर इसमें ऐसा लिख दो, ये समझ में नहीं आता है तो इसमें ऐसा लिख सकते हैं QR is the greatest side and PR is the smallest side. अभी ज्यादा क्लियर होगा. Then angle opposite to greatest side is angle P is the greatest angle and angle Q is the smallest angle opposite to small. भी देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 में क्या किया है, थोड़ा सा चेंज. Here angles are given in triangle FAN. In triangle FAN, two angles are given. Angle F is 80 degree and angle A is 40 degree. So what is the theorem here? Find out the greatest side and the smallest side and state the reason. So you can write the reason here directly or here. So angle F is greater than the angle. So angle F here, angle F is greater angle and angle A is smaller angle. So you can write the theorem first. The side opposite to greater angle is greater and the side opposite to smaller angle is smaller. Or directly we can write the answer and then reason. So write the answer and then the reason. So what is the answer? How to write the answer? Here angle F is greater than 80. So अगर हम लोगों ने F लिया तो 2 पॉइंट कौन सा बचता है? AN. So side AN. अगर ग्रेटर एंगल हम लोग बोलते हैं तो साइड AN is opposite to that one. यानी अगर ये F वर्टेक्स दिया है तो बाकी बचा हुआ वर्टेक्स लेना है. Therefore side AN is greater side and reason is side opposite to, अगर थ्योरम नहीं लिखते तो यहां पे ऐसा रीजन लिखना है. दोनों स्टेटमेंट में बताया ग्रेटर एंगल. अगर हम लोगों ने थ्योरम लिख दिया द साइड अपोजिट टू ग्रेटर एंगल इज ग्रेटर एंड साइड अपोजिट टू स्मॉलर एंगल इज स्मॉलर, तो नो नीड टू राइट द रीजन. ऑलरेडी हम लोगों ने थ्योरम लिखा है. अगर थ्योरम नहीं लिखा तो ये लिख सकते हैं. सेकंड थिंग, साइड एंगल ए इज द स्मॉलर एंगल. अगर ए है तो FN साइड है, यानी 2 बचा हुआ वर्टेक्स लेना है. सो हियर साइड FN is smaller side. Reason again, side opposite to smaller angle. So side opposite to smaller angle is smaller, greater angle is greater. Using this we can solve that. So here AB equals BC equals AC. This is equilateral triangle. Now what is given? Triangle ABC is equilateral triangle. Given में क्या लिखेंगे हम लोग? Whenever there is prove that, show that, we have to write these steps. One is triangle ABC is equilateral triangle. Then what we have to prove? Angle A equals angle B equals angle C. तीनों एंगल के इक्वल मेजर का है. प्रूफ. फर्स्ट स्टेप, इन ट्रायंगल ABC use the theorem of isosceles triangle. AB equals AC, that is given. Therefore if AB equals AC, it becomes isosceles triangle, means angle B congruent angle C, angles opposite to congruent sides. Therefore angle B is congruent to angle C, or angle B equals angle C. This is our statement number 1 and reason isosceles triangle theorem. Second step, in triangle ABC, only 2 times we have to use that isosceles triangle theorem. AB equals BC. AB equals BC. Why? All sides are congruent. It is equilateral triangle, means AB equals BC equals AC. That is given. Equilateral means this is given. Therefore, angles opposite to AB is angle C is equal to angle opposite to BC is angle A. This is statement number 2. Reason same. Theorem of isosceles triangle. Now from 1 and 2, A is congruent to C, C is congruent to B, or B is congruent to C and C is congruent to A. Therefore, from 1 and 2, what we can write? Angle A equals angle B equals angle C, means equilateral triangle is equiangular triangle. Okay. Now let us see that sixth sum. Here, what is given? Prove that if the bisector of angle BAC is perpendicular to side BC, then prove that triangle ABC is isosceles triangle. So write the given to prove and prove. So what is given? Given, first we have to draw the figure. In triangle ABC, what is given? In triangle ABC, ray AD bisect angle BAC, means it is the bisector, and ray AD is perpendicular to side BC, that is given. Then what we have to prove? To prove it is isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means 2 sides are congruent. Triangle ABC is isosceles triangle. That we have to prove. Now let us see the proof. Here 2 triangles are there, triangle BAD and triangle BCD. So in triangle BAD and triangle BCD. Here in triangle BAD and triangle BCD, this angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD. That is given because it is the bisector. ये दोनों congruent हो गया, देखो BAD congruent CD, that is the given. This segment AD is congruent to AD. Segment AD is congruent to segment AD, that is the common side. This is common side. And angle ADB is congruent to angle ADC, each 90, because perpendicular is given. Perpendicular. Therefore, this triangle BAD is congruent to triangle BCD by which test? ASA test. And when 2 triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides, therefore segment AB is congruent to segment AC, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Corresponding sides are always congruent, therefore triangle ABC becomes isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So in this way easy sums are there. So easily we can prove this one. So in this figure, let us see the last sum from this practice set, 8th one. What is given? In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, segment AD and segment BE AD and segment BE are altitude. Altitude means perpendicular drawn on the opposite side. Altitudes congruent BD. Then what we have to prove? Then to prove this segment AD congruent segment BE, segment AD congruent segment BE, ये हम लोग in triangle ADB and triangle AEB, ADB and AEB. So here this AB is the common side for both one. Segment AB is congruent to segment AB. This is the common side of both the triangles. Angle AEB, sorry here ADB is congruent to angle AEB. Each 90 means both are right angle triangles, and segment BD is congruent to segment AE that is given. So in a right angle triangle, these are the hypotenuse opposite to 90 AB and one side. So therefore triangle ADB becomes congruent triangle AEB by hypotenuse side test. So by hypotenuse side test, these two right angle triangles becomes congruent, and therefore their corresponding sides. Therefore segment AD is congruent to segment BE, segment BE, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So here this practice set 3.4 is completed. So dear friends, here that theorems, angle bisector theorem, perpendicular bisector theorem, inequality of angles, inequality of sides, and sum of the two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side, and that previous theorems, congruence of triangle and the isosceles triangle theorem, we used to solve that practice set 3.4. Here the practice set 3.4 is completed. If you have any doubt in practice set 3.4 or in chapter triangle, then write in the comment box. I will definitely clear your doubts. And please like the videos and subscribe my channel to get the latest videos, and share these videos to your other friends.